Winchesters. What's it been like working with new groups of people, new locations in New Orleans, and how that has been going?
It's definitely different. I was talking earlier to some folks about just the difference of walking onto the set of Supernatural as opposed to some of these new sets, and it'll never feel like that, just because I doubt that he and I will be doing a show for 15 years, even if Walker lasts 15 years, what we built. What we built on that set with those people is really, I think, incredibly unique and really just lightning in a bottle. And I said walking onto that set was like walking into a warm hug every day. And I'll miss that, and I miss that terribly. Walking onto these new sets, it is like walking into somebody else's house. And it can be fun and cool. Be like, oh wow, this is amazing. This is really cool. You guys have awesome sets, and you have a whole LED wall that you do your driving scenes in. And it's very cool. It's impressive. There's a lot of different personalities that you have to navigate. There's new friendships to be made. So it is like starting at a new school, And I think he and I we're old enough and we're savvy enough now, and we've been around this industry long enough to know how to avoid the pitfalls, and try to really focus on the positives. But it is different than filming in Toronto or filming in Albuquerque or filming in New Orleans. They all have their different kind of vibe. And so it's like going to a different school. It's like kind of unique in that way.
Yeah, that's a great word. It is different. It's so cool. It's like you're going to a new school and you love the new school. Or maybe it's a strange way to put the analogy. Another thing that, especially with Supernatural, Jensen and I weren't producers in Maine. But to quote the bard, a rose by any other name can smell sweet. Like we did a lot of, we were very involved with making sure to protect the characters, the canon, the storyline, the sets, the blocking,
the tone on set.
The tone on set.
That was a huge thing, and that's something that really gets set from, I think, the lead actors, because it sets the tone for how the crew acts and relates to each other and the rest of the cast and stuff. So that's very important. It was also something that he and I took very seriously and made sure that we always had a place that was fun and light and creative and inviting and welcoming. So.
Yeah, and so with these sets, both with the Winchesters and with Walker Independence, we're not going to be there every day, not even every week. We're going to be working our asses off on Zoom calls and on script notes and watching dailies. So it's funny, I saw 3 of the actors from Independence yesterday, Kat McNamara, Matt Barr, and Justin Johnson Cortez, and it's a funny feeling because I've seen them so, it's maybe the feeling like y'all get seeing us, where it's like, you've seen us a whole bunch, we haven't seen y'all a whole lot, because I'm like, hey, Matt, Kat, Justin, what's going on? What's going on, man? Like this, I live with them, they're on my iPad, they're on my TV, I'm making notes, I'm giving notes to the editors and to the other producers, I'm Zoom calling to hire directors and this and that, and so they don't see all the work, much like we didn't see all the work behind Supernatural that Cookie did, or Singer did, or Jeremy or Andrew or Sarah, and so on and so forth. But we're doing a lot of the work, we're just not able to be there for the in-person part of it. So it's going to be interesting. And I've only ever produced one episode of television that I wasn't there for at all, which was the Independence pilot, because we were shooting Walker still, and with COVID regulations, I didn't have time to get there and quarantine for 24 hours to get back in 148 because we had to finish. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. I'm really excited about it, but it'll be different. Thank you.